3. Chirk. "Are you ready for this?" I ask, standing in snow that's up to my chest, trying not to shiver. Unlike my thickly furred, oversized compatriots, I have a fine coat, and not an ounce of fat on my toned body, so instead of walking around strutting my stuff in the cold, I'm wearing a combination of Kynolari and human layers, rubbing my arms and sharing a blunt with Sean. "Yeah, man," he says, taking a hit, holding it, and letting it out slowly, like a pro, like people are judging how expertly he gets high. "It's like the ultimate sign of friendship." "You two finally getting married?" Jess asks, walking past with a bag of trash slung over her shoulder. "Ha ha!" I take the joint from Sean and take a much smaller puff. Have to, on account of my size. Doesn't take much to make me useless, and that's something I need to avoid. Because who knows when we might be discovered. Micah mentioned the milk lady seeing shooting stars, bright and blue. Sounds a lot like Hellions, but who the hell really knows? Could have just been shooting stars. Point is, I'm just looking to take the edge off, not spend the next 6 hours debating the nature of the universe and our feeble place in it. No one wants a repeat of the great Nacho Night deliberation. "I'm getting a tattoo," Sean says, full of pride, "of the Kynokor sigil." "Ah," she says, somewhat condescending. "Hey," I say, "it's a great honor. Usually only bestowed on those of us who graduated from the Kyno Academy and then survived a battle. Sean might not have graduated, and probably wouldn't have the mental capacity to attempt it, but I think it's safe to say I wouldn't be alive without him, and that means none of you would either." She raises her hands, smiling. "Wow, you really are a chihuahua, aren't you?" I stand still. "I don't know if you're complimenting me or insulting me." She shrugs. "Take your pick." She smiles up at Sean. "So is this like a tramp stamp or something?" "Ah, ah!" He laughs. "No, man, on my shoulder. I already got myself a stamp. Check it." Sean turns around, lifts up his jacket, and pulls down the back of his pants. The first thing I see is a slight mist of steam emanating from his ass crack. Then I spot the image above his crack. It features a shouting woman riding a winged horse. She has a spear in her hand. It's impressive artwork. "God," Jess says, shielding her eyes. "Right?" Sean says. "But for the full experience, you need to take a photo of the code at the top." He lifts his shirt a little higher, revealing a circle followed by a series of vertical lines. It's some kind of code. "I am not taking a photo of your ass," Jess says, no matter what kind of Da Vinci Code shit it reveals. "Come on," he says. "It'll be worth it." Jess raises her eyebrows about as far as they can go. "You're not the first man to say that to me and not deliver." "Just do it," Sean says. "My ass hairs are starting to freeze." He looks down at me. "Man, I should have dried off better after my shower. A moist crack and 0 degrees is going to give me a chapped ass." Jess sighs and takes out her phone. She aims the camera at Sean's ass and moves closer. "How close you need to get?" I ask. "It's not focusing," she grumbles. "Tap the screen," Sean says. "Just tap it." "Do I want to know?" Micah asks. He's standing at the corner of the house, a big grin on his face. "Hold on," Jess shouts. "I'm taking a photo of his goddamned tramp stamp." Micah can't stop himself from having a look. He nods in appreciation. Approves. "That's a nice tat." "Thanks, man," Sean says. "Finally," Jess says, taking a picture and then leaning back. "Now what?" Music starts playing from her phone. It's exhilarating, almost swirling through the air, stirring something deep inside, riding into battle like the bitch drawn on his back. Is that Ride of the Valkyries?" Jess asks. "Check it," Sean says, and then starts flexing his ass cheeks. The wings on the horse start flapping in time with the music. "Fucking epic, right?" Micah bursts out laughing. "That is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." "Got a tear in my eye, man," I say. Jess looks at the three of us, one at a time. Then she just sighs, rubs her face, and says, "Men are weird." "If you could only see inside our minds," I say, "then you'd really know how." Both Sean and Micah glanced down at me, eyes wide, transmitting "what the fuck" in Guy code. It occurs to me then that the next order of business in our day is the merging of intellects. Micah will literally visit Grover's subconscious, and if that's possible, it means that it could work between any of us. That woman could plumb the darkest depths of the male psyche. My eyes widen. Oh shit. Oh fuck. We're going to need to keep this under wraps, or every civilization in the universe might implode.